live. Let me turn on the comments here. Got the live chat set up. We've got 4 people watching, and you can see me right now, and we're gonna turn the camera around, and I'm also putting this on the GoPro in 4K so that I can put that up later. So let me get the camera turned around and you can see what we're looking at. Everybody knows that's another gorgeous Marco Island sunset. Turn around and you can see what we're looking at. If you guys could, somebody could throw a message up there, let me know that you can hear me okay. Everybody knows that's another gorgeous. Anybody? Okay, I'm gonna give you a view up and down the beach right now so that you can see what's going on. There's actually not a whole lot of people here tonight. There's some people still walking on to the beach. You are looking down towards the south end. See Cape Marco down there at the very end. Halfway up on the left, you'll see JW Marriott. Let's take a look around here. Looking good there, Don Tomas. Hey, Pedro, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you on here. Thanks for coming. Audio coming in well, I hope. The wind is about 10 miles an hour tonight, and it feels breezy out here, but it's only 10. Loud and clear. Thanks, Pedro. Appreciate that very much. And I'm gonna have to flip around because of some wires here, so I'll show you down towards the north end, towards Tiger Tail. Even fewer people down that way. Beautiful night out. It's 79 degrees right now. Feels like 83 according to the weather people. We'll look behind us the other way as well. You have South Seas Towers down there, the 4 at the very end. Then Tiger Tail. Anybody's done that walk, they know Tiger Tail. But there's a good crew down there out by the point. And we still have some people coming towards sunset. That's the Residence Beach entrance right there. Bring us back around. I'm gonna do some adjustments on the camera here in just a moment if I shake you up a little bit. Okay, Pedro, do we have any access to any part of that beach as a residence? Because I know the parking for outsiders is limited. If you don't get there early, you're out of luck. That is true. So residents, if you own improved property, meaning something more than just a lot, you are eligible for the Marco Island Civic Association to join that, and you get, one of the privileges is access to Residence Beach, which is here. And there's a big swath of land here that that has no development on it other than the beach entrance and a parking lot, and that's called Residence Beach. And so you got to have a card. It costs about $140 a year to get become a member. It also gives you access to parking down at South Beach. They have a parking lot down there as well, and there's a few other amenities, some parks and whatnot that you have access to. Nothing. The Residence Beach is the big one, and usually the parking here is pretty good. 4th of July, it's really hairy. You know, you have to park elsewhere, but there's a few county parking lots here on the island, and then there's one privately owned parking lot about the middle of the strip, and it's called the Turtle Lot. But you're right, the Turtle Lot and the South Beach public parking area, they fill up fast on weekends and holiday weekends, and there'll be a line going out to where you basically have to sit there and wait. It's one in, one out. Pedro, I don't know what the water temp is right now. We were here the day before yesterday with some friends. I didn't get in the water, but there has been some red tide going around, and this morning they said it was low down here in this area, and it's more up north, but it changes like from morning to afternoon. So there were people out here earlier, but they were swimming and all this stuff. But I think right now it's probably just getting a little bit later. The waves are a little bit rougher. Usually this is like wavy stuff going on right now here, but usually it's really, really calm. But no, there's people out in the water. I bet if I went down to JW Marriott, yeah, I can see people down in the water down there. I'll show you. Maybe I can zoom in. See some people way down there. Let's see. I don't know if you can see people down there or not. Sunset tonight is at 6:29. So we'll just hang out. We got 9 people watching right now. If you got any questions or comments, throw them up there in the chat box. They'll come up on the screen. I'll be able to see them. I'm also monitoring this with my iPad. No clouds the other day. It looks like we might get some reds and maybe some oranges. I've got my glasses on. The other day they did a prescribed burn somewhere up north, and so there was a little bit of haze. Sometimes that haze brings out additional colors in the atmosphere. Yeah, Pedro, there is a place where we can lock up our bikes here. It's really nice. Yeah, we normally ride our bikes here. Maria ran to Walmart earlier, did some shopping, and I was gonna come here on my e-bike, just load up and go. But she got home early, so we both loaded up in the car and just kind of came down here. But yeah, there is a very safe place. And that's another good thing about having a residence. Being a member of Residence Beach and Micah, and that is down at South Beach and here, when you take your bike in, you're behind a gate and that they control access to. They have a person there and you lock up your bike, and so it's really secure. Yeah, the red tide, it's red tide time of year, and that's just is what it is. But the wind's blowing hard out here, and I haven't coughed once. Normally, it will kind of irritate me to where I'll cough a little bit, but or I get itchy in the eyes. But that's the extent of it for me. As you get, I'm trying to keep the horizon. I'm trying to keep the horizon straight on the camera, but as I turn the tripod, since I'm in sand, the tripod tells me I'm not perfectly level, so here we go. A few more people joining us, a lot of walkers down here. You see a little bit of haze coming off the water, probably from the top of the waves from the water. But this is fairly rough out here right now for Marco Island. She won't like this, but I'm going to show you. There's the boss. Maria? And for the last 5 minutes of this, once we get there, right now it is about 12 after. As we get closer to 6:28, I'm going to just try to shut up and let you guys enjoy the sounds of the water and the sunset. Do it on the longest day? Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I've got June. I think I'm here June 21st. I don't know why I wouldn't be. That's a good idea, Pedro. Can't wait. Love those long days. But we're getting longer. We spring forward, lose an hour of sleep here coming up soon, right? Next couple weeks. Marco Island is really, really busy right now. The traffic for here, I would say, is pretty crazy. And we do ride our bikes a lot. Yeah, no need to dodge bullets on this one. Yeah, we're pretty good. We're pretty good right here for right now. Who knows though? The whole world's crazy. So yeah, traffic is really busy. I was out riding my bike earlier, went down to Mackel Park, and you know, you really have to, it's crazy because you have to follow the rules, as you should, right? But as I'll sit there at one of the busiest intersections, and I will press the button, wait for the light, and then I keep my head on a constant swivel as I cross. But literally, I'll be waiting for the light to change for the crosswalk, and somebody will come by on a bike, not even give it a second look, and just go straight across. And there's been people killed doing that stuff here. So it's just, you know, you've got a little bit of an older demographic, and you know, you just got to keep your head on a swivel. And when you're driving, you've got to keep your head on a swivel, just because of all the pedestrians and the bicycles, runners, everything. So that's probably the most dangerous thing here on the island, Pedro, is pedestrians. And so I always yield to pedestrians. Pedestrians get the right of way, then bicycles, and then cars, and that's just how it goes constantly. And even if you think you have the right of way, you need to keep your head on a swivel, because a lot of people, they just don't follow along. I'm going to swing over here and show you this group of people. So people are lining up for sunset. The sun looks really good on the buildings back here when it goes down as well. And you can see between that building right there on the right side and the building on the left side, that is the entire swath there is Residence Beach. And that was deeded to the Marco Island Civic Association when the Deltona Corporation turned everything over, and they said that that cannot be developed because they wanted the residents of Marco to always have a place to access the beach when it would get further developed, like all the condos and everything you see down here. So, thinking ahead, that's for sure. Colors are starting to come out now. Someone over here doing some Tai Chi. I think that's what that's called. Yes, they do, Pedro. They've got the right of way all the time. Now, on the ones with stoplights, you know, they've got to wait, but there's signage everywhere, and then where there aren't stoplights, there's still those flashing yellow pedestrian lights, so you push a button and go across, and sometimes it's in the middle of the block, sometimes it's at the end of the block. So they really go out of the way to accommodate pedestrians here, and you still have to be extremely careful.
Are we going to be in your way?
No, not at all. Nice lady who didn't want to be in my way. That was nice. Can you see that boat out there? Let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. Boat out there just to the left of the sun. Probably a choppy ride, but probably beautiful too. I was hoping for a few clouds tonight. When we came up, it looked like it was perfectly clear. It looks like we might have one or two, just for color. I like that. Hey, Steve. Let me spin this around. Pardon the adjustment here, guys. Okay, so let me hear you. Would you like to see the sunset zoomed in like that? Or would you want to see it zoomed out like that and go down? Zoomed in or zoomed out? A little bit closer, a little bit further away. There's a complete zoom out right there. Zoomed out, not so close. Got you. You can see it's picked up down here on the north end just a little bit. And then looking south, that haze seems to be getting a little thicker coming off the water, but so it's not too clear down there, but you can see a lot of people gathering. And Pedro, here's one gentleman in the water. Let's see, where's he at? There he is. There's one gentleman in the water. There's a guy that comes out here almost every night, and he comes from the parking lot, balances a surfboard on his head, walks out to the water, gets in, flips the board over, paddles out, not too far, maybe it could be 10 minutes, comes in. As soon as he can touch the ground, he's got the surfboard on his head again and walks right to the parking lot, and he's really, really, really well balanced, and that's what he does. It perfect posture, very cool. We love it when he shows up. I've got the 360 rotator on here, Steve, and because of the wires that I've got, and I've got my GoPro set up next to this because I'm filming it on the GoPro in 4K as well, it's too heavy for that device. I was testing it out today in my shop and everything was working great, and I had it all dialed in. I came out here, and then as soon as I loaded up the top of this bar, that thing doesn't have the juice to kind of tug it around, so it was jumping. It was real jittery, but I literally have it here in my hand right now. So I'm gonna have to try to work on that and test the full setup. Yeah, that's completely zoomed out, and we've got about 5 minutes left, not even. And I'm gonna shut up unless you guys chime in. They closed the beach access points, Pedro. They say there's a time on that, but there's still people out on the beach throughout the night. Can you guys hear the waves? That's good, thanks. All right, that's sunset. Thanks everybody for joining me on the live stream. Appreciate it very much. Steve, thanks for joining. Thanks for the questions. Pedro, appreciate it. Adventure Wifey, hope you're sitting there next to your hubby watching. And again, if you guys like things like this, let me know in the comments section. Appreciate it. And I'll make the effort and do it again. And we'll see you guys later. Take care.